Imagine being married for 10 years only for your husband to abandon you the moment you get diagnosed with cancer. No support, no comfort, no goodbye, just divorce papers. Daniel and Helena Hamper looked like the perfect couple. They lived in a peaceful neighborhood where neighbors greeted each other every morning and children played outside until sunset. Daniel worked as a sales manager for a growing tech company. He loved success, promotion, expensive watches, and the admiration that came with it. Elena was completely different. She worked as a librarian at the local community library. She loved quiet mornings, gardening, and getting lost in books for hours. While Daniel chased ambition, she valued peace. For a long time, it seemed like their differences balanced each other perfectly. But there was something Elena had quietly noticed over the years. Daniel loved good times, but he had never really been tested by hard times. And soon, life would put that to the test. It started with exhaustion. At first, Elena thought it was just stress from work, but the fatigue kept getting worse. Then came the headaches and the dizziness. Soon she found herself sitting inside a hospital room, nervously waiting for test results. When the doctor walked in, Elena immediately sensed something was wrong. Doctors have a way of carrying bad news before they even speak. The doctor sat down slowly. Mrs. Hamper, your results came back. Elena held her breath. You have cancer. The words felt unreal, like someone had pressed pause on the entire world. She stared at the doctor in disbelief. Cancer? The doctor nodded gently. It's stage 2. The good news is treatable, but treatment will take time and strength. Elena's voice trembled. Am I going to die? The doctor leaned forward reassuringly. Many people recover from this, but it will be a difficult journey. At that moment, Elena wasn't just afraid of illness. She was afraid of losing something else, how Daniel would react. That evening, Elena sat across from Daniel at the dinner table. The food between them had gone completely cold. She finally gathered the courage to speak. I went to the hospital today. Daniel looked up from his phone. What for? Elena swallowed hard. I got my test results back. Daniel frowned slightly and her voice cracked. I have cancer. The room went silent. For a moment, Daniel just stared at her. Elena expected him to rush to her side, to hug her, to tell her everything would be okay. But instead, Daniel slowly leaned back in his chair. How serious is it? He asked. Stage 2, she responded. Daniel rubbed his face, not out of sadness, but frustration. Elena noticed it instantly and at that moment hurt more than the diagnosis itself. Over the next few days, Daniel became distant. He started coming home late. He avoided conversations about hospital appointments. Whenever Elena tried to talk about treatment, he quickly changed the subject. Then one night, Daniel walked into the house holding a folder. He placed it on the table. Elena opened it. Divorce papers. Her heart dropped. What is this? Daniel sighed deeply. Elena, I can't do this. Her voice trembled. You can't do what? This whole situation, hospitals, treatments, watching someone slowly get worse. Elena stared at him in disbelief. So you are leaving me because I'm sick? Daniel looked away. I didn't sign up for this life. Tears streamed down Elena's face. We're married. Daniel stood up coldly. I want a normal life. Within a week, Daniel packed his bags and walked out, leaving behind his sick wife alone. The house became painfully quiet. Every corner reminded Elena of the life she thought she had, but there was no time to fall apart. She had chemotherapy to start. Some days she cried in the hospital bathroom. Some days she felt too weak to even stand. Her hair slowly began to fall out, and during those dark moments, she realized something heartbreaking. The man she trusted the most had disappeared the moment life became difficult. But despite everything, Elena refused to give up. One afternoon, after a long hospital session, Elena stopped by a small convenience store. She looked exhausted, weak, but determined. At the corner, the cashier smiled. Would you like a lottery ticket? The jackpot is huge today. Elena chuckled softly. My luck couldn't possibly get worse. She bought one ticket, just one. Then she went home and completely forgot about it. A week later, Elena was sitting on her couch watching television. The lottery numbers appeared on the screen. She barely paid attention at first. Then something strange happened. The first number matched. Her eyes narrowed. The second number matched. Her heart started beating faster. The third number, the fourth, the fifth. Her hand began shaking. No way. Then the final number appeared. It matched too. Elena stared at the screen in disbelief. She had just won $62 million. News travel fast when millions are involved. 3 days later, Elena heard a knock on the door. When she opened it, her heart sank. Daniel stood there holding flowers. Elena, I heard about the lottery. She stared at him silently. He forced an awkward smile. I've been thinking, maybe we rushed the divorce. Elena let out a quiet laugh. Not a happy one. When I had cancer and nothing, you left. Daniel tried to explain. I was scared. Elena shook her head slowly. No, you were selfish. He stepped closer. We can fix things. Elena looked directly into his eyes, then calmly said, the woman you abandoned died the day you walked out. She handed him the divorce papers, signed them. Months later, Elena completed her treatment. Her cancer went into remission. With her lottery winnings, she started a foundation to help cancer patients who were abandoned by their families.